Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman. Before we get going with today's video, if you need an opportunity to make some extra income, we have a link in the video description below for Instacart where you can sign up to deliver groceries. I know a lot of you could use a little extra income right now, so if that's you, check out the link in the video description below. Hey you! Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. I'm Jacob Letman, another special, incredible, awesome, fantastical, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, stupendous episode coming your way. All those things. Boy, that was a lot. It's a lot of energy. I better bring it after saying all that. Actually, it's not going to be that exciting, but it is a really important topic. As I'm making this video today, it's April 17th, 2020. And the question on the table, super important question, and that question is, why are unemployment insurance benefits taking so long to get to people? And it's April 17th, and I suspect it's going to take much longer. Pretty bad deal. All right, so really, actually, the question is, none of us are going to get unemployment insurance benefits. What? Yeah, you, me, we're not going to. All the rideshare drivers, none of us. Why do you say that? Because none of us can qualify for unemployment insurance benefits. What we can qualify for is pandemic unemployment assistance, which is the new state equivalent program for self-employed drivers to unemployment insurance benefits. We just label it this way because people know the term unemployment insurance benefits, but technically they're two totally separate deals. Literally two very different things. So we won't qualify for unemployment insurance benefits. We do qualify for pandemic unemployment assistance. However, why is it taking so long? Well, first of all, hardly any states are up and running to actually accept pandemic unemployment assistance applications, let alone qualify people, let alone pass them through. So some states have, New York State that I know of, California's working on it. They have, they're giving themselves like a 2-week deadline to get up a whole separate website that will be allocated for self-employed people to apply there. So we'll keep you updated on that. We're hopeful for, or they're hopeful for, the end of April, beginning of May for that. So that's just before you can even technically apply. Arizona, the state where I'm at, they just said, well, we're working on it, basically, and we'll keep you updated, but we're not there yet. So why is this taking so long? When this was signed, the CARES Act was signed into effect nearly a month ago now. And the answer is a complicated one, but also not complicated. So first of all, pretty common sense, tough one. The number of applications is skyrocketed through the roof. 22 million Americans as of today, or actually yesterday when I read the article, have applied for unemployment insurance benefits in the last month. 22 million Americans! That's crazy! That's crazy. When you think about that, in a state office, they probably process annually maybe tens of thousands, and now hundreds of thousands in weeks, and I'm talking each state, right, to millions. It's unreal. So they're understaffed, right? There's only so much they can do. They only recently, so the law was signed into effect, but then they have to get the law information, they have to get those guidelines, and then the big part is implementing that with technology to make it up and running, and they have to create it, and then they have to test it, because that stuff all comes with bugs and crashes, right? So they have to go through all of that process. Tech guys are working out of their minds to do that kind of stuff, and then get it up and running. And so if we're going off of California, we could be looking until end of April or May. I thought New York State had a great system by just altering their traditional unemployment insurance application with a few modifications, so it works for self-employed people as well. But anyway, so states are in all different areas with this. All right, so too many applications going through. Trying to update technology and create a whole separate system for pandemic unemployment assistance. And this is a big problem too, right? The reason why, geez, this drives me crazy. The reason why there's so many applications is because these websites, these state websites, did not get out in front of this well enough with information on their websites. We made videos for weeks, 2 weeks at least, probably 3 weeks, where the information was very vague. I applied for unemployment insurance benefits and got denied because I did the traditional one, which is only for W-2 employees. But there was not enough information on the state website saying, okay, here's the deal, self-employed people. Sit tight. Don't apply for traditional unemployment insurance benefits. You'll get denied. We're working on this. Just hold tight. There wasn't any of that. It was very vague, and it's like, we know about the CARES Act, and we're doing the best we can. So we're sitting here like, well, we know we now qualify for this, so should we apply or shouldn't we? And a lot of people have. Now, what's the problem with that, right? You think maybe that's not a big deal. Here's why it's a big deal. Because 22 million Americans applied. They have to now process. They legitimately have to process all of those applications. They can't just look at it and say, oh, this is a self-employed person, deny it. They have to go through the whole process. They have to send out the paperwork to you, your boss, as a self-employed person. They have to send out the paperwork to you as a self-employed employee. Then they have to wait for your correspondence. They have to do all of that still before they can deny it. So what a terrible waste of time that was. Because let's just say, I don't know, I bet maybe half of those are self-employed people. I don't have any statistics to back that up. But we can be assured that a good percentage of those are self-employed people that are applying for the traditional unemployment insurance and getting denied. So anyway, that's taking manpower and hours, and it's a waste of time, and I think it's frustrating because they should have just been in front of this and put way more information on the state websites from the get-go. All right. Another reason why this is taking so long, because a lot of states use a system where you will be sent a debit card. I know California, Arizona, they use Bank of America to send these debit cards, and then they load the funds onto there, which I think is a good system. I've never been in any part of unemployment insurance in my life, so I'm just now learning all the logistics of all this, but it seems like a good system, except then you think of, holy smokes, all of a sudden these banks have to process all these millions of debit cards, and so that's getting backed up, and they're working extra time trying to get that taken care of. So all those reasons are why it's taking so long right now. Good news is, as of now, the federal additional $600 a week that will be going to anybody that qualifies for either unemployment insurance benefits or pandemic unemployment assistance. That money is now available. So once we can get through the system, our state websites get processed, get accepted, that money is there. So that's great. And, oh boy. So anyway, let's just talk about this timeline. How long can we expect it to take? Another great question a lot of people are asking. We're mid-April right now. I think conservatively, if we know that it's going to take a couple of weeks to get states to implement this new system for pandemic unemployment assistance applications to even go through. And then in California, for example, their goal is to have a 3-week turnaround from the time you apply to the time you get money to be 3 weeks. That's their goal. So that's a 5-week timeline. So we're looking mid-May, end of May. Good news is those benefits work retroactively, so we will get backdated payment. But if you need money now, that puts you in a pickle, right? I know, I'm getting close to the end of the month, and I'm like, all right, how many nickels do I have in my jar? Where's that piggy bank that I had from the year that I was born? Just trying to scrape it together. So anyway, generalized answer, myself, I'm not expecting any sort of payment probably until mid-May, and I'm hopeful for that at best because I need to pay bills, just like a lot of you guys. So, all right, that's what I got for you guys on this topic. I just wanted to shed some light on why it's taking so long, why it will probably continue to be a slow process, and but what you should do in the interim while you're waiting, go to your state website, keep checking it daily, honestly. Go there, read about anything about the CARES Act or anything to do with pandemic unemployment assistance or self-employed people and how to apply. Go to your state unemployment insurance website and keep reading on that. And just get acclimated to the site so you know how it all works, and then keep tabs on it, and they'll update you when it's time for you to apply. That's what I got for you guys. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, great food recipes, good shows on Netflix to watch, anything like that, get at me. I'd love to hear it. I'm Jacob Letman. This is Rideshare Hub, and until next time, the most important thing, you guys, stay safe out there.